Hello everyone, watch this review here where they look at Bumblebee from the Transformers Reveal the Shield line. Originally a figure that I passed on repeatedly. Basically every time I saw it in stores, just like, I'm not picking this one up, I'm not picking this one up. And yet here we are, it's standing here in my hand, and honestly I do really like his vehicle mode, but the robot mode just doesn't do it for me for some reason. I don't know, the design, something about it's just like looks a little too rounded for a little bit more clunky looking if it's gonna be large and bulky. I don't know. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, I picked up all the other deluxe Reveal the Shield figures that were available that I've seen in stores with Marshalls, TJ Maxx. I figured, hey, what the hell, I'll pick them up, and it was kind of an off day, so I figured maybe it'll cheer me up. But the day did end up being worse. Much worse. Second editorial note, I just really miss using my PS3 for videos, because, I haven't seemed to, really get the camera to angle right or anything with this. I tossed a stand on top of my normal stand just to try to reduce the amount of blank space down there. But yeah, let me jump right onto this. And here we have Bumblebee's very awesome vehicle mode. Right off the bat, I can't say whether or not I'll be doing the transformation sequence for him. After I have him in the robot mode portion, I'll probably know a bit better. It just depends on how difficult it is to transform him. I haven't bothered trying it. He does have his little rub sign here on the top of the car. By the way, this is the same mold that was used for either Classics or Universe Cliff Jumper, which of course is red instead. Which rhymes. It also comes with this little jet ski thing. This does transform into like a weapon or something. It's not as cool though. Just hooks on to the end of this. And by the way, even underneath the car there's really not a lot of kibble, which is kind of nice. It's just really well designed alt mode. Of course, you even have the little seats in it and stuff. It's too bad they don't seem to go forward though. Yeah, hold on a second and we'll take a look at the robot mode. Very quick gripe first. If you look at this portion here versus this portion, there's a very noticeable color difference in the yellows, which on all three that I saw in stores had the same issue, so might just be a running design thing where the colored plastic's a bit different, or maybe they didn't paint it, I don't know. Truth be told, I'm still really not fond of Bumblebee's robot mode, but his transformation actually is pretty neat. So yeah, I definitely will be doing a transformation sequence at the end of the video, just normal speed and all that. Just going to robot mode and then back into vehicle mode. But yeah, otherwise, really clunky looking design from the back. Just, I don't know, it's very kibbly. From the front, a little bit better, but I guess a lot of the appearance they kind of just sacrifice to get the vehicle mode looking as great as it does. Fun fact, these little kneecap things, those are actually the seats on the inside of the car, so it just gives you some idea of the detail and stuff that gets sacrificed for a really cool looking vehicle mode. Now, earlier I said that the whole jet ski thing was a weapon. I was mistaken. I probably should have looked at the box more closely, but it's actually a little attachment that snaps on here and gives him a flight mode or something. It's probably not what it actually is, but again, I don't read packages. I barely even read instructions. And thankfully he's easy enough to transform that you don't even really need instructions other than know to start by moving out the arm/whatever. But yeah, really nice head sculpt. I do dig that quite a bit. The rest, just a lot less, especially the legs here, where I would prefer something a little bit more conventional, especially because they look really crappy from the sides, and just forget about from behind. So much empty space. Then, of course, if you look at the figure from the side here, I don't know, it's just a kind of really awkward looking design, and, you know, Bumblebee, as of late, sort of struck me as being a more awkward looking character. Although I honestly don't really remember enough of my G1 and all that to give a fair assessment. The Autobot logo. That's the kind of neat thing where some of them, they don't have the little rub sign in a prominent position. But with Bumblebee here, it's dead in center. And I have to wonder if they do make some of these a little bit easier to transform and stuff, because some characters appeal more to kids than others, so I think Bumblebee probably be one of the more children-friendly figures in the line. You know, so easy a transformation that even I can do it. But yeah, I mean, it's not as bad as I thought it was. With these wings things on, it does look really terrible, so I probably won't ever use this. On its own, I don't know, I'd say it looks so-so as a robot. But again, you know, he's kind of cool to transform, and I'm actually do robot to vehicle first. Before I do that though, let me just quickly run through the articulation. The little shield things here are articulate, the car doors. They're meant to actually peg in and not really move or anything, but hey, whatever. And of course that's tied into the elbows here, the wrists. So the wrists themselves actually aren't articulate, which is really confusing. I don't know, just go with it. We have a physical ball here at the elbow, somewhat impeded depending on how you place the things here. Also, he has open hands, but he has no weapons so far as I can see. I don't know what's up with that. Another physical ball joint here in the shoulder. You know, good range of motion, all that. You do get some outward motion because of the transformation sequence, which doubles inward motion. But given the character can't really stretch his arms all that much in front of him, it doesn't make much difference. Head is again another physical ball. Huge range of motion. Painted eyes, those don't actually glow or anything. And then of course do the transformation. You can actually pull this up a little bit, or doesn't really go down that far. Nothing at the waist, but at the leg where you have physical balls at the hips. Really can't kick forward or anything. I guess without really dislodging the chest piece here. Kicks out to the side, knee, single joint. Then down here, sort of ankle area, you have a joint that goes pretty far back because it's part of the transformation sequence. And, you know, I'm just like looking at him. I have no clue how I'm actually going to pose him for display purposes. I guess probably just standing straight up. He just doesn't have really dynamic poses. The other thing is his character is just really small. I can't recall how big the character is in comparison to other characters. But, you know, figure-wise, here's a look at Wreck-Gar from the Reveal the Shield line, which I think was the same height as the Optimus from the series. So, you know, there's definitely a pretty significant height difference. He's really short, really squat, and all that. Which I guess is probably just scale or whatever. And even if it isn't, nah. By the way, bring out the little flow chart here again. Yeah, it's an awkward segue, but whatever. It also means that the only ones that I still want to pick up from the line that I haven't seen in the stores is the Special Ops Jazz and the Turbo Tracks. I saw Fallback once, saw Mindset a few times, but he's just a repaint of another one I already have. But yeah, that's completely off topic, and I'll do that. I'll do that from time. So yeah, let's transform him. Also, I just kind of half worry that, you know, I'm occasionally getting into like kind of bizarre tangents. I think my quality of reviewing has probably gone down since I stopped using the PS3. But to be in the transformation, just pop his head back. You'll notice it actually fits into the trunk, so his head is kind of up his ass, literally speaking. Then this part here just slides up. Then you can probably do the shoulders next. I don't know if it's easier to do that or the other part, but the things slide forward like this, snap into place, peg holes here, and there's the front of the car. Just need to straighten everything out a little bit. There's a second peg here that it's got to fit into. If that doesn't go, obviously it's not going to really work. The chair seats can go up at this point. It's meant to snap into here, then you just... Now this is actually the part I like the most, where you just slide the arms in and the tires pop out. But unfortunately you have to really adjust the arms while you're doing that. It takes a little bit of maneuvering to get it to really work right. And as you can see, it does give me some mild amount of difficulty. It really reminds me of Solar Storm Grapple's sequence, which I also kind of liked. Except for this is, you're folding the parts in on themselves, and I'm off camera for half of this shoot. There it goes. Finally that slides up and in. And we have this cute little vehicle mode back. Again, I really like this, but I'm showing you how to transform it both ways, so I guess I'll get onto it in a second. And to transform him into his robot mode, it's a much easier process because all you're doing is undoing the portions that you snapped into place. I mean, for instance, when I kind of struggled getting the arm to go in and all that, it just pulls out quickly and everything, and the whole twisting motion's a lot easier. Of course, you have to adjust it so it's actually facing forward, which I didn't do just yet. And this is meant to snap into this. You can actually do that any time, basically, and put the thing around there. And then you just pull this part down. I mean, it kind of was difficult just because it doesn't immediately go flip down the knees at this point as well. I was worried that I wasn't doing it right, but that's kind of how it's supposed to work. You just need to sort of slide this a fair amount, then two parts pull apart. Kind of tough out of the box, but after a while it gets a little bit looser. Pull this forward as well. And yeah, this is robot mode, which again, not as nice as the vehicle mode, but this is Reveal the Shield Bumblebee. Figure that I'm going to always have somewhat mixed feelings on, because one mode's really great. The transformation I like, but sorry. At the same time, the robot mode just doesn't do it for me. Plus, whenever I look at him, I'll just think, the day that I bought him, it really sucked. Which is kind of weird because, I bought like several other things during that day, but I bought specifically thinking, he'll cheer me up a little bit maybe, and then, yeah, not really. By the way, it's probably not a good sign buying anything to cheer yourself up. I think that's kind of like the sign of addiction. You know, assuming you can really be addicted to collecting, which I think you actually can. I'm not sure though. Then of course you just can transform his little thing back into place. I can't seem to get some. There it goes. And voila. That's a much easier transformation sequence. I just hope I don't lose this. I probably will lose this, but it'd be nice if I could actually keep him intact here. So yeah, I guess he's an okayish figure, and just look at it for him, because when they do show up in like TJ Maxx and Marshalls, they are pretty cheap. It's only $7 for the Reveal the Shield stuff. The deluxes, which is a good price. Till next time, folks.